Hello and hi. This is episode one of a 100 video sprint that my friend challenged me to do. So, I am Christine and I have always been very so passionate about small business, like very micro sized small business marketing and just the startups, the very first steps, first maybe 10 steps of starting a business. um, how do I organize my operations? How do I organize all the documents and how do I explain what I want done to people who maybe are one day going to work for me? All of that. That's what I'm passionate about. I absolutely love it. I love looking at small business statistics and little articles and blogs from reputable sources. And the problem is, over the years, I've just accumulated all these resources and bookmarks, and I haven't done anything with them, and knowing that people out there need them. And so my superpower, if you will, is teaching. I'm a natural teacher, and I'm actually a teacher professionally, so I guess it worked out. But I just love, I'm a natural helper, and I love helping people to understand complex things that I happen to be able to break down, or if it's something that I know very well, I will break it down and help them because I hate seeing somebody struggle uh, with something that I know I can help them with. Which you would think this it would have brought me to this a lot sooner, but I was being fearful and not obedient. But that changes today. Okay, so here we go. This 100 video series is going to kick off with me answering questions that I have received throughout the years from friends and family members who are just like, "Hey, I want to start a business. I know you're into that. Like, where do I start? How do I tell people what I sell or do? How do I start posting on social media? What do I put on social media? Do I have to be on camera?" The very beginning basic stuff. And I do have a process. I guess from talking to people over the years, I've noticed that I can't just jump in and answer those questions because I need to first gauge where they are at first. Because sometimes I can give too much information and then the person doesn't take any action, or I guess I don't speak in the manner that they need me to speak in. Some people are like, give it to me short and straight. Some people are like, I need you to give me every detail, right? So at first, the first step of my process is to gauge where they are. Be like, okay, well, tell me, did you already start this? Is it an idea? Where are you in the phase, right? Because that's going to affect the way that I answer the question. Like, don't ask me if you want to or how to post something if that thing doesn't exist yet, or if it's something you're just thinking about, right? That means we have to go back a few steps. We're not there yet. Now, I am by no means a coach, a business coach, or anything. I guess I'm just a resource, right? And if I have the information, I will share it, and if I don't, I will go find it. So I'm going to start with the question I was actually just asked about an hour ago. So I have a friend who is an incredible movement wellness counselor. Now, until I met her, which I didn't meet her until March of last year, and I swear I feel like I've known her forever. I absolutely adore her. I will link her social below. Um, she just asked me, "Hey, I have this idea. Movement counseling is my main thing, but I do absolutely love hair care, and specifically hair care for women over 50. I don't think anybody wants to hear about that. And I also, am very much into eating better and trying to eat clean and eliminate a lot of the processed stuff." And I said, "Oh, you absolutely can talk about all three. You won't confuse anybody because there is a definite convergence there." She was like, "How?" And I said, "You're going to talk mostly about your movement counselor. Show us what that is all about." And every so many posts, you can sprinkle in something about how keeping your body healthy through movement feeds like your skin and your hair. And then products or maybe some homegrown mixtures you're doing to add moisture back in your hair. Because, yes, us women over 40, we're noticing the texture of our hair is changing, how moist it is or not. And yes, we very much do want to hear about that. And then I told her, I said, in fact, I just saw a video. No, I apologize. A post or an article that I want to say it was Forbes, but I will link it. I will go find it and link it below for sure. Was saying how Gen X women, so those of us born between like 65 and 80, are like really leading the charge in the beauty market right now. Like we're buying all sorts of stuff because we got decent spending power. And like myself, many of us are in the sandwich generation. That is me. We're buying products for ourselves, children we are still raising, and parents who we are now in charge of taking care of, right? So we are eating that industry up right now, and marketers are finally starting to really look at us and be like, hey, let's talk to these women. And then I backed it up with, I'm one of those women. Just about a month ago, I went and upgraded my entire skincare system because I'm like, hey, a little moisturizer ain't getting it anymore. I need to do like a 5-step process, right? And I just spent, I don't know, 100 and something dollars getting a full set of products so I can take care of my skin from start to finish. And I'm loving it because that's a whole self-care uh, arena I didn't even realize existed. But anyway, so back to her. And so after I explained to her, oh yeah, you do this and you talk about your main thing and you sprinkle those in. They absolutely all tie together. And she was like, huh. And then of course, right after that, she got on me about, why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? And then I have two cheerleaders, if you want to call them, very close to home. One of them is my son. He's been like, Mom, you're running from your greatness. You're running from this. I'm like, you're absolutely right, baby. He's like, Mom, you have to post today. You absolutely have to. So I'm doing that for him and my other supporter as well. And for my friends who have always told me and validated me and said, hey, girl, you're really good at this. Please put it out there, right? And so I am. So what I'm going to ask you to do is if you have questions about the very basic beginnings of a business, give it to me. Put it in the comments, DM me, I don't know, whatever you feel like doing, and I will make a video about it. If it's something I know, I'm gonna answer it. If it's something I don't know, I'm still gonna answer it because I'm gonna wanna know because that's what I do. And I'm gonna look it up, find you some reputable sources, share what I found out and where I got the information from. And please, because we have to think of each other, right? Because you're not just asking for yourself, you're asking for all the rest of us that are just like me and you, right? We're in the beginnings. What do we do? What do we do? And when I say me included, I have started a few businesses. In those launches, I discovered every single time I don't like necessarily being in business. I do, however, love all the administrative stuff that's required of being in business. Setting up the operations, putting together a basic how-to manual of how I do, how I run the business, how I market, what my sales look like. I loved all that part of it. I hated being out front, being the one selling, or being I hated it. It just was not for me. But the setup was easy. And oddly enough, that's the part that so many people I've talked to struggle with. And I'm like, oh, that's me. I can take that pain away, right? So that is what I'm trying to do for you, friend. So anyway, like I say, if you have questions, please drop them below. And I thank you so much for sticking with me through this point. And apologize for how I look. I am a little glistening because I was out in the yard today spraying weeds. Confession time, that was avoidance. That was me dragging out posting this video. But you know what? This is what you get, me in my favorite shirt, because I am a grunge girl. I was a teen in the 90s, so grunge is my drug of choice, if you will. So anyway, thanks again for sticking around, and I will see you tomorrow.